In this video, I'm going to show you how to pay your supplier a purchase order in Xero. So the first step is to log into your Xero account and head to the dashboard. Now from here, you can actually go ahead and create a purchase order just by clicking on this plus icon on the top right section of the screen. Now if we click that, we're just going to go ahead and select purchase order, and this will allow us to make our own. So here, we'll just need to fill in the necessary details for our purchase order. And we're gonna need our contact over here. So let's try maybe a merchandise supplier. And then, of course, here's the date of the created purchase order. And these fields are optional, but you can, of course, edit them as you'd like. So we're gonna try maybe 7 days from now. Then this will be the order number. And we can add a reference here. So maybe office merchandise, something like that. You can change the theme of the purchase order if you have a template in mind. And then here you can change the currency of the purchase order. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in to this table right here. Now under item, you're gonna put in the physical item that is required or involved in that purchase order. If there's none, you can just go ahead and jump onto the description part and describe the nature of whatever it is that you're purchasing. So for our example, we have merchandise. So maybe we can pull one off from our inventory. Right here, we have a TSL black t-shirt. So we're gonna try maybe 3 types since we have a large. There should also be one for medium and small. Right here. As you can see, the fields have been auto-populated. This is because we've just pulled some items in our inventory. But of course, alternatively, we can just add in the details we'd like. So for example, maybe a videographer service, something like that, whatever it is. And then you can manually fill in the details you need. But for now, we're going to stick with what we have for the merchandise. We don't need these fields. Now we can change the quantity over here. So this determines the amount of orders we have for a particular item. So maybe we'll go 20 on each, just like that. And then you can change the price to match how much is the item that you're ordering from if you have an agreed upon price with your supplier. And you can also change the discount over here. If, for example, there's an agreed upon discount with your supplier, you can apply them here, and Xero will automatically calculate the total amount for you after the discount has been applied. So for this example, we're going to try maybe a 15% discount on each item since it's almost like a bulk order. And under account, you're just going to change it to the corresponding account that describes the item that you're purchasing or service if it's a service. And then for tax rate, we're going to keep it at tax exempt. So this is the total amount for each, and it will be calculated in total over in this section. Now you can change the delivery address over here, but we have a default one. So for this example, we're just going to stick with that. But you can also change this if you'd like. Just open the drop down and you'll see these options. Now, once that's done, you can also add some delivery instructions over here. And If you wish to save this first and think you need to edit it further down the road, you can click on save. But if you have the user role, you can go ahead and approve this by clicking on this button right here. Now we're just going to go ahead and approve this. And as you can see, we've just made a purchase order under this reference number. Now we're just going to check this in our bills so that we can pay it off. We're going to go ahead and click on mark as billed. And then we're going to copy the purchase order into a draft bill. Now we're going to go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3 merch. Just double check if the details are correct. Office merchandise. And we can just go ahead and click on approve. Oh, we forgot to put in the date, so we're just going to edit that real quick. Since the delivery date will be 7 days from now, then we're going to go ahead and put it maybe a little bit before the 7 days, so April 1. Click approve. And as you can see, the bill has now been approved. Let's try checking the bill by going to the business tab over here and then select bills to pay. As you can see, we have here the 1, 2, 3 merch. If you remember, that's what we put in the contact a while ago. We're just going to open this real quick to see the details. And then we can add a payment over here to pay our supplier. We're just gonna try paying this off right now. The date page should be good enough. And then maybe from the business savings account. Now for reference, merchandise from supplier, something like that. Now we're just gonna add payment. And as you can see here, we have already paid our supplier for that specific purchase order. Now we can send this to our supplier by clicking on send remittance advice and then just enter the email address of the supplier. You can change the theme if you'd like. You can also change the template. Now you can freely edit the subject over here and then the message. You can also send yourself a copy. But once you're done changing all those details, you can go ahead and click on send and your supplier should receive this email. And that's about it. That's how you pay your supplier a purchase order in Xero. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.